Hey guys, here showing you how to change the differential fluid on a 2013 BMW 328i. I don't think it makes a difference what engine's in this car. This is for the F30 chassis, which is 2011 through 2011 through present. So I mean, obviously the higher up models like the 335i or 340i or whatever the other models are, the M3, they'll probably have a little bit bigger differential, but these are different than most all differentials because there is only a fill plug, which is located right here. This little plug right here is a fill plug. Normally there is a fill plug and a drain plug, but if you search all around this thing, you will not find a drain plug. It's usually on the bottom here, or maybe right here on the bottom of the case, but that's not the case with this car. So you will need to have a fluid pump, like either a hand pump, a transfer pump, or you can use a Mighty Vac, something like that you can use. Pretty much it'll have, I don't know if I can get this in the camera, but it'll look something like this. It'll have a hand pump on it with two tubes coming out. This one I got from my local parts store. It works well. I've not had any issues with it, and it has a long pipe on it, or long hoses, so that I can put them wherever I need them to go. And there's an in and an out, obviously, so you will need that for sure. You will also need a 14mm Allen head socket, which is about this. It's pretty big, so it's not your normal size. Normal sets go up to about 10mm, so you'll need to go out and buy one of these. This slides up into the drain plug here, just like that, and that'll allow you to take that fill plug out. That's the only special tool you'll need for this, aside from the transfer pump. Obviously you'll need to get differential fluid. I got mine from FCP Euro. It comes as a kit. It just comes with 2 quarts. I believe that this thing takes almost 2 quarts, maybe 1.5 quarts, but pretty much you just fill it up until it just starts to run out of the drain. It just until it starts to run out of this fill plug, and then you know you got enough in there. But the specific bottles I got are Motul 75W90. It's called Gear 300. It's 100% synthetic. It's, you know, made for BMWs, so it's gonna work perfectly. I like these because they have little spouts on them that you can pour the oil or squeeze the oil into the differential. That way it makes it a little bit cleaner. But first thing you'll need to do is to remove this here drain plug. It's not on very tight, so just get in there with your I just using a little 3/8 breaker bar and stick it in there. Then you can go on ahead and just hit this here, and that's pretty much all there is to loosen it up. You can actually just loosen it up by hand. It may help to have a drain pan handy and a couple of rags, that way you don't make too much of a mess, as I'm trying not to do here. But yeah, go on ahead and just crack that open, and you can just loosen it up by hand. Some fluid may come out, some might not. Just be careful with it. No, none come out. So, excuse me, none came out. So, you can go ahead and just clean up the fill plug, wipe it down, make sure it's nice and clean. Now, here's the part where normally you would drain the drain plug, and it would just drain out on its own. This is where you need a fluid pump. You got to make sure that you have it set up correctly so that you can pretty much stick the tube. You're going to stick the tube inside of the differential as far as you can get it in there, so that you can suck out the fluid, pretty much get it to where it's touching the bottom of the fluid, or pretty much get it in there as deep as you can. They do make adapters for these where you can kind of angle them down, but this way will work for me. And pretty much you just need to just suck out the fluid that's in there now. Just take your time with it and get as much out as you can. You'll know when there's no more fluid when you're just pumping air, obviously. But yeah, this right here is working perfectly. I'm sorry I'm not really showing you the motion how my pump works, because every pump's going to be different, but essentially they do the same thing. So This pump I have is just a hand pump, since I'm only going to be pumping out a few quarts. You see I'm already almost just about done now already. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and finish this up, and then I will show you how to put the new fluid in. Alright, I've got all of this out now. I'm going to pull this tube back out, set it into my drain pan so it doesn't get all messy. Okay, now what we want to do is to grab the new fluid and open it up. Pretty much all you would do is just open the bottle up completely, take it off, and then just pretty much the reverse of what you did to pump the fluid out. Just reverse the hoses and put the hose in directly into the new oil, and then that way you can pump the oil out of the new bottle and just pump it up into the differential. And like I said, you're just filling it just enough until it starts to run out of the differential plug. Once it starts running out of here, you know that it's full. Go on ahead and wipe up the excess and then stick the plug back in there. See, now I'm refilling the differential back with the new fluid straight out the bottle. Just watching the drain hole, or excuse me, fill hole until it's full. Probably take you a little bit of time, but it's no rush. You can see here it's already starting to drip down. That means I've got it pretty much full. I'm gonna go ahead and give it one more pump just to make sure that I got it as full as it can be, just to make sure that I got enough in there. Okay, it took one full quart already. Now I'm just going to head and see if I can pump in some more of the new quart I just opened up. Alright, I'd say that is full. I'm going ahead and reinstall the drain or fill plug and tighten it back up. Then you can go ahead and wipe off the excess fluid that's around. It's a little bit of a messy job, but it's not too bad. I'm going ahead and tighten this back up. I don't know the exact torque, but you don't have to go too tight. I'm going ahead and wipe off all the excess fluid that's everywhere. And that's all there is to it. So if you have any questions or comments, you can ask them in the comment section below. I do have many other videos coming up for this car in particular, or the F30, that they should all pertain to the F30 chassis in general. Oil change, spark plugs, cabin filter, air filter, etc. Just basic tune-up things. So I know that people get nervous trying to work on their newer BMWs or any European car, but really this car is just like any other car. Just has different bolts, different style bolts and whatnot. So don't be scared of it by any means. So I will catch you guys next time. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button on your way out.